Hello world, Caleb here, and here's an update for the game. So, on my two-dimensional, one-tap, side-scrolling game, I now have the Game Center high score getting submitted properly, and it only submits once the player goes through a level and the score is actually higher than uh, the previously saved high score. So, like the score, start out with 0, you play through the level, you get 20, whatever. Saves it to a high score, it always gets compared to that before saving that high score and persisting in it. And we now persist it locally, just using app storage because I was getting lazy and frustrated with Swift data. And then also, if the score ever, is better, gets higher than that, it updates high score and it submits that to Game Center. That's all working now. The level unlock now works. So you can be playing the level and eventually, just add a tile key. And once you interact with that at the end of the level, it'll unlock that level. But right now I just have it a button just for testing because I'm not going to go through the entire level, which the levels aren't designed yet. They're just really basic. But that works, so I just need to change that functionality from a button to a tile interaction, which should be simple enough. And the levels that are getting unlocked, those are getting persisted as well. So everything's getting saved and it's all user defaults, like app storage is user defaults under the hood. The levels that are unlocked, that's getting done with the actual user defaults because app storage doesn't support arrays. I suppose I could write my own property wrapper or something, but that don't want to. I could also probably just use Swift data or do something better. But again, I think this will work fine. So, because you don't save a ton to Swift data, but I'm not saving that much. It's just an integer for high score, and for the level, I'm just, the IDs, which are strings. And there's only going to be like 18 levels, because if each level is like 3 minutes or so of gameplay, then that's, that's an hour of gameplay, pretty close to 50 some minutes, which I think is probably fine for an indie tapping game. Plus, I have an idea for an update, but we'll see, which would add more gameplay basically. But anyway, I have other ideas, but that all depends on, if anyone even buys this game. So anyway, yeah, game progress from scores and levels getting unlocked is all persisting, and Game Center is working in the most basic sense. Like, I don't have achievements or like challenges or all that stuff, even though I maybe should look into challenges that I'd imagine be simple to implement. I don't know. So today I just need to work on putting together the tile key that actually unlocks the levels instead of a button, and then also that tile should trigger the completion screen or like level completed. So get those working, and then I think it's really just starting to get levels designed, work on sound and art, and sound, art, level design, and then just, art, which I polish up the menus, make things look a little nicer, and publish it. So hopefully I'll start putting together a pre-order page in the next couple of days on the App Store. And this will be a pre-order page for Steamboat Jump, based on the public domain 1928 short film Steamboat Willie, starring Mickey and Minnie Mouse. But I won't be using Mickey or Minnie. I'll be using the characters that are illustrated there because those characters are public domain. But I won't be using any of the names because I'm pretty sure the names are trademarked. So just trying to keep things really close to the original film. And I was thinking the first few levels would be like the first 3 or 4 levels, maybe like you're on the docks, which I think is called the Poda Dock Landing, or you'd be on the landing, like the docks. Anyway, you'll be there, and there'd be crates, and you'll see water and stuff like that, and I think it would be kind of cool. And then, like at the 3rd level or something, there's like the end of the boat, and you have to and you're running along, you jump onto the boat. And that's like the end of that level. And, you know, if you mess it up, you fall in the water and, I don't know, sharks or something, or you just die in the water. I don't know. But that's the general idea. And I may have mentioned this before, but the coins that I just have yellow tiles right now, I'm going to make those cheese, like little cuts of cheese. And then I was thinking, you know, in Mario and games like that, you have like the bigger coins. Maybe those be like round, you know, like big round blocks of cheese, like the complete block. I don't know. So that's my idea for some special items collected, which would be harder to get and up your score. And then, because I think you'll only get scores from coins and like special items. I don't have it where you land on enemies. If you touch enemies at all or enemies touch you, you're gone. Game over. It's a 1 kill. I'm sorry if the camera's all over. I'm like, "Roo." I have my light set up to be set up pretty consistent. I should probably just set up a tripod right here because I'm liking this little spot to do quick updates now that it's 6 minutes, not quick. Anywho, so it's a one-tap platformer, kind of like Mario Run. It's going to be portrait and everything. It's got some differences. I don't have like pause blocks or anything like that, though I could, but I'm not, I don't think. But maybe I will have like multiple branching path ideas, so maybe instead you can be like, oh, maybe next time I'll try to play and go that way. I don't know. Give some replay value. But it's going to be a mouse on, you know, old landing, old port area with crates, and then inside a boat, a steamboat, which then you have levels on the dock of the steamboat, and then inside, then like an engine room, and then I was also wanted to have the kitchen with like a potato bin, kind of referencing back. Enemies, I was thinking when you're on the land, it could be like the cow, maybe. And then when you're on the boat, I was thinking it'd be cats. Maybe there's cats on the landing too, because those are some critters you find in there, and also cats and mice. That seems like it'd be a good enemy. So, anywho, this is becoming a really long one, but I wanted to also say one of the things, I don't know how much you want to know about technical, and I'm for sure not like I've done contracting. I've done contracting on really big projects, and I thought I was pretty good at programming, but this 2023, a lot of the year I was not programming, and I'm really rusty at it. And the code I'm putting together, I think is, I mean, it's functioning, but it's nothing amazing. And I will start sharing it more, but I do want to clean up a little bit. And again, never been the best programmer. It's not going to be, oh my God, amazing code. But I think it's fine, and it works, which is all that matters, right? I don't know. I haven't been doing iOS contracting for a while. I haven't been doing a lot of coding, so I've been doing like DoorDash and stuff, and even the DoorDash app, which is, you know, programmers there, iOS programmers there, like $120,000+, you know, a year, and they can't even get their button tap to work half the time, which is fine. I get it. I worked, my last contract was for USA, which is, you know, big corporation, and it's very much, oh, here's a sprint, oh, here, do that, oh, you only have so much. I'm not trying to complain to programmers. I don't know where I'm going with that whole thing, but my code isn't amazing, but I want to like slowly get it better and then package it up into Swift packages. And then I was thinking I will deliver and maybe put on GitHub Swift packages. You know, here's a Game Center package. Here's a whatever package. I don't know, but try to keep things clean and make it usable and modular. And that's why I was starting to talk about code. I don't know how technical anyone wants me to get. So last night, when I was working on the game a little bit, that was my problem. I was messing around with things to persist the levels that were to be unlocked. And when I was going through them, I got the game state at some point. I got it to where I did have certain levels unlocked within like an unlocked array with keys, like level IDs. And then I implemented the actual part that would persist things properly, but by then I'd kind of run the app a couple of times, and so the game was in a certain state that the condition I was checking, it wouldn't go into that if block. And I was like, what's going on? And I figured this out through print statements and breakpoints. So really handy. And so then I was like, oh, well, maybe I should just delete the app, right? Because you get the app eventually into a point where it's in a state where it's never going to hit the code you want. So I deleted the whole app from the simulator, and then I reran it and I found it. And then after that, I made some modifications and tweaks and got it working. So I don't know why I went so long on to just talk about this, but I guess I wanted to tell someone. I was like, sometimes try to think, okay, well, what did I do, and did I accidentally get the app within a certain state? Like, I mean, I just need to delete the app and rerun it from the beginning to see, okay, where is it at? Like, what's like breakpoints and print statements. Or if you do a breakpoint and you don't want to have print statements everywhere, you just do a breakpoint there, and then in the console Xcode, you just type in PO and then type in the property. Like maybe it's like PO, and then you want to say, okay, levels.id, get the or levels.count, unlock levels.count, whatever. Yeah, anyway, I'm going down like a weird rabbit hole here of stuff, but that was what I was doing last night, and things are working. And where I'm at now is a little bit more cleanup to get the key tile and the course cleared screen, and then I think it's off to trying to get levels designed so it's playable and art. And it is now the 7th of January, so the first weekend, and I can start working on art. Get some art put together. I think I put up a pre-order page, and then hopefully I can get enough people playing the game that it's like, okay, maybe this is okay. So maybe if I get enough things going today, I can start talking about some resources I'll be using to try to get my levels designed. And as far as art, I'll be using Affinity Designer, and I'm by no means an artist, but I'll have a pretty good reference, Steamboat Willie. So I think I'll show you what I'll do there if you want, because I think it's pretty simple. And then next month we might put out another 2D game, but we'll be doing that with a focus that I should be building out levels and new art, and maybe not even new art. I'll get into that later. And then that'll give me more time to focus on building out a 3D first-person game engine, which I already have partially built out, but it still needs a lot of work. Plus I need to do all the 3D modeling. So since February is only 28 days, maybe this can give me where I'm still putting out a game a month, but I can kind of get a little bit ahead on my 3D game so that in March I come out with a 3D game. So that's where I'm going. Hopefully, like talking quicker, I'm like, oh shit, I see the time running up on my phone. Anyway, I'm not good at like, oh, I should put down a script or do whatever, and then I wouldn't follow it, or I'd be sitting there like, and then I don't know. So you get rambly videos, or just saying what's going through my head and where I'm at. But hopefully you got where I'm at, and yeah, hopefully we'll start seeing some game screen footage on this with some actual art and some levels. But thank you all for watching, and I will hopefully upload a shorter video that was a little more focused tomorrow. But yeah, stay tuned, and until next time, I don't have an outro. Until next time, ta-ta.